Buongiorno.
Saturday.
How y'all doing?
I don't know how you're energized. I really don't.
We've had a very long day. Welcome to our vlog for day 3. Now, what's really amazing is we are still able to keep track of the days.
Yes.
Right around day 13, 14, we'll be sitting here. Welcome to day 12. I mean 11. I mean 13. I ain't got a clue. But we are not lost yet.
Not yet.
All right.
No.
So it is day 3. We're tired. We're very, very tired.
Yes. Very.
This is our last day in Naples. Tomorrow we leave for Rome, and we had a really good day. But we're paying the price for hitting the ground running. We landed instantly, like went and got the pizza that we wanted so badly.
Yeah.
We hit the museum. We had a great dinner. The next day we go to Capri. If you ain't heard what happened in Capri or the travels, it was a day of very high highs and very low lows.
Yes.
And then
Pompeii the day after that.
Yeah, yesterday was absolutely amazing and super special for a lot of reasons. And we went to Pompeii, we went to vineyards, we went to Mount Vesuvius. We had a day.
It was a long day, but a good day.
And today was not. Today was a lot of fun. We slept in.
We had 0 excursions.
Yep.
We
tried.
We had originally booked one pizza cooking class. They canceled that because the ovens weren't working. Booked a different one. That one was canceled because the head pizza chef was sick.
Yep.
And we looked to book a third one, but nothing jumped out at us.
Yeah.
So we're like, all right, it's a free day.
So we lost our pizza class. But we had a good day. We slept in till 9?
9:30 maybe?
9:30.
Yeah.
Went and had breakfast at a nice little, the same place that we had dinner last night. We had breakfast because they're like, they're a diner.
They're a restaurant at night,
And
bakery
cafe.
/ cake shop during the day.
Yeah. So we figured we'd go up there because the diner last night, the restaurant last night was all authentic farm-to-table type food. And we're like, well, we got to go try their
baked goods.
The baked goods. So we went up there to have a traditional Italian breakfast.
Your traditional sweet treat for breakfast.
Yeah. I got a tart. I got a tart that was actually really
Your
good.
strawberry tart was tasty.
My strawberry tart was tasty.
I got a thing called a baba. Don't make faces before I finish the description. So it looks like one of those. I feel like they look like one of those small icy cups shapes with the lid on the top is the shape of them.
It's like a muffin, but a very tall muffin.
Yeah. Yeah, light, fluffy texture. Flavor, on the other hand, was not great in my opinion.
No, I don't know what it was sort of like a very light pound cake type thing.
Yeah, for the texture, yeah, it was very fluffy.
Yeah.
But for flavor wise, it was like some sort of citrus rum, something or other.
Yeah, they soak these things in a rum syrup.
Yeah, she took it out of the chilled shelving unit, and as she took it out, she took this full bottle of what I think is lemon rum. And there were holes in the top, so she just like sprayed it down with that. It was not my favorite thing.
No, both of us tried it, and neither one of us cared for it.
No.
And the ability of the Italian to do tea so far, for the most part, is right up there with most Thai people. They just don't do tea real well. They're like, here's a very small cup of hot water, and here's a tea bag, and have a good day.
I think I've spoiled you. Ireland and I have spoiled you with the tea.
Ireland had their tea on lock,
Yes, well, we are an Italian city, so they're all about their coffee and cappuccinos. So maybe when we get to Rome, we will try one of those and see how we like it over 5 days.
We did. The place we had breakfast yesterday had good tea, and we're going to go back there tomorrow morning for breakfast, just so we can get the tea.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Anyway, so we had a decent breakfast. And then we went and we did the Napoli Underground. So what it is an old market that was buried in a mudslide. So a lot of Naples, I forget how long ago it was. It was did we get a year? Was it like 1500s or something?
1600s.
1600s?
So not that.
350 years ago, there was a massive mudslide. Put about little over a story of mud came. So you're talking, 15, 20 feet of mud, just encased the entire freaking city.
Yeah.
And they're doing excavation right now. So we went and we went down into an area that had been excavated. It was pretty cool.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a bit nuts seeing just how much the mud had covered. We went down pretty far.
Yeah, yeah. And it was a nice, a half hour, 45-minute tour.
I couldn't tell you the time.
Yeah, we walked right up there. Like, the next English tour starts in 5 minutes. If you want to go, we're like, yep, we're there.
Yep.
Went in, signed in, went. Half hour, 45 minutes. Nice educational tour. We took some nice pictures, which I'm sure are going by on the screen right now.
We will spread them throughout. But yeah, it was interesting how the Franciscans they were talking about, they were aware of this underground market, but they only used it for storage for like food and wine and such. But then once they were done, they closed it off for some reason and then forgot about it.
So what she's referencing is the building was encased in mud. The top part was leveled. They built new structures on top of it. The Franciscans knew of the existing structures underneath.
Yeah, and utilized them.
Yeah, and excavated some of the mud out of them and used them for like wine storage and such.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't truly understand
the significance.
The significance of what was there. They just knew something was there, and they're like, "Hey, let's use this,"
Yeah, it's like a surprise basement for storage. Basically, it's how they viewed it.
Yep.
But then, do you remember what they said about them closing? The reason why they closed it up?
Somebody moved in, moved out. They've kind of got the problem where, and apparently, all of historic or this whole area of Naples we're in has been designated a UNICEF site. So nobody is allowed to dig down here because it's all built on ruins that they someday want to excavate, they want to explore, they want to see what's down there.
Yeah. So
we just found this out. There's like a huge UNICEF site of everything that's underground here in Naples, or at least this area of Naples. So that's fascinating. I mean, it's kind of in line with what has happened in Pompeii as well. I mean, there's a lot of ash here. There's a lot of mud here. I mean, it's not muddy or ashy, but that's what the ground is built on.
Yeah, compressed ash over the many years and mud as well.
Yeah. So, I mean, that was fascinating. Like we said, half hour, 45 minutes. We bugged out of there, and the day before we'd seen, or I guess yesterday, we'd seen this really long line. Do you know the name of the place?
Mm-mm. I have a picture of it.
Yeah.
With
the name of the place is here. It's got this really...
Yeah, it looks like that. It looks exactly like that.
Oh, yeah. really big face.
It's just blown wind somewhere.
Yeah. So I saw a picture of it, and it's what I really wanted to do. It was the underground event I wanted to do here in Naples. So I asked Joe, I'm like, hey,
yeah,
can we go? Let's just go wait in line. It's going to take an hour, but we'll just wait in line.
We'll just stand here.
Yeah.
We have nowhere to be, so let's do this.
So we did. We went up. We got in line. We're like 150th in line or something. The line is huge.
Yeah, it's a very long line.
And we weren't in line but a couple minutes, and this guy comes down. He's like, English?
Yeah, yelling English.
English?
And we're like,
English? I'm like,
hi?
We speak English? He goes, two of you. I'm like, yeah. He goes, front of the line. I'm like,
yeah.
Okay.
So they're very efficient, and they're like, all right, English group is starting in like 2 minutes. We need to get everybody
Yeah.
speaks English up here.
Yeah, they had an English tour starting within minutes. It wasn't full. And they had to come down, I'm not like 150-ish people, if not more, to find two people that spoke English.
Yeah.
So we went from an hour wait to going right then.
Yeah, I felt like we had to run up front.
Yeah. So we're
like, go.
I thought somebody was going to like shoot us or something. We're cutting the line in front of everybody.
hopefully they saw that guy walking down, hearing him yell English, so they understood like
Yeah.
what was happening. God, somebody put out a hitman on the two random Americans running to the front.
We have found ourselves at the ass end of so many things down here.
Yep.
So anyway, we get in here, and what this tour was, I don't know how many meters underground we went. It was way
We'll
down
have
there.
to insert number here.
Yeah, we went down to the aqueducts.
Yeah, the underground aqueducts. Yeah,
So
that was
it was
really cool.
Yeah, 180 steps down, because that's how many he said it was to get out.
Yeah.
So we went down into the aqueducts. We explored some tunnels. Like it was like a point where
we're shuffling along sideways.
yeah,
like
we're
crabs.
sideways, and we're moving sideways down these
Gaps are about
tunnels.
this big.
Yeah, and we're like scrunching our heads down so we don't hit our heads on top of the tunnel.
I bunked mine 3 times at the first tunnel. The rest of the time I'm like this. Even if I could stand up straight, I'm like, no, it's gonna get me.
It was fun. It was about an hour long. Very informative. We went all over. Saw a lot of water down there.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the aqueducts. They're still flowing water.
The line indicators, where it's like the green and then the red.
Yep.
For good water level, bad water level.
And learning the history of the people that were basically slaves that were sent down there to maintain and work on the aqueducts. It was absolutely fascinating. I'm so glad we got to do this tour.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was going to be part of one of the pizza tours we were looking at.
Yeah.
But it was amazing.
I was chuckling on our way out of it, going up these 180 stairs. Me and George was like, boop, 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 boop. We live in high altitude. We can go up these stairs. Not a problem.
At this point.
They made everybody stop halfway up, and like I'm looking around, all these people were walking up with. They're like, friggin' dying.
I love how you're like, weed out the weak. And I'm like, that's not how our tour works.
I thought of like, just keep going. We'll get rid of the weak. This is fine. So yeah, that was fun. That was a really good excursion. Mm-hmm. And part of it is at the end. Well, we came up out of the aqueducts, and then they took us to the old Napoleon. Not Napoleon.
Napoli.
Napoli. They took us to the old Napoli Theater.
Yep.
So this old theater used to seat 3,000 people, and it was where Nero made his debut, as we learned, his acting debut.
Yeah, Nero and
who is Nero?
Claudius.
I know who Claudius is. I know that name. I'm not really familiar with the name Nero, so here's a little history. I'm sure I've got up saying who the heck he is, because I'm going to look it up when I get home.
Well, have you not heard the phrase? It's like, and Nero played the fiddle while Rome burned.
Oh, I have heard that phrase.
It's at Nero. So with that, but then with the story we heard of Nero making his debut there, while he was making his debut, the ground shook, and he forbade anybody from leaving the theater because he's like, that's just the gods applauding
his acting,
majestic music playing. So, so he's basically playing his fiddle while the Pompeii burned.
Huh.
So
yeah,
there you go.
So we went to see this theater. Now this used to seat 3,000 people, huge theater. It was a half moon, all this stuff. And the theater in its entirety no longer exists. It's been broken into parts and pieces, and some of it is like people live in it. Somebody's living room is, where the stage used to be, the kind of crap like that. They're slowly excavating parts of it now that they realize what it is and where it is. And I think the city's trying to reclaim things that have been purchased. Like one of the areas we went into used to be a woman's house. Mm-hmm. And apparently, I don't know how many years ago, archaeologists went in and asked her if they could dig into her living room floor a little bit. And as he was telling us, they found some stones and bricks that led and supported the idea that, this is the friggin' theater of Rome. Or not Rome, Naples. I think they're going to try and reclaim it and rebuild it, but I don't know how long it will take them.
Yeah, because I know there was that one apartment that they showed us where you stood up on the ledge and you can look in under their floor.
Yeah.
And you see all the furniture left from the 70s, I think they said. and they're like, okay, nobody else is allowed to live there, and that's what they're, like you were talking about, that's where they're going to do the slow process of reclaiming historic landmark areas, if
Yep.
not landmarks themselves.
So it was a great tour. It was an absolutely phenomenal tour. Recommend it to anybody. After that, we came back to the hotel, rested for a little bit, took a half-hour siesta, and then we went up to the Duomo of Naples.
Yeah, the one without, I forget the name of the church.
No, I ain't got a clue.
It was like San Giovanni.
The church was cool.
The church was
It
fantastic.
was-
I love seeing all the sculptures in there.
Yeah, I thought the church was cool. Nothing. I mean, it's. How do I say this?
It's not your silver temple from
Yeah,
Thailand.
it's not the Silver Temple. Let me
So-
tell you about the Silver Temple. Was it a? Yeah. Every time I bring it up, she hits me. It was a men's only temple. Women weren't allowed, so she's still bitter.
So, but in Italy, they have different artistic styles like Baroque, Gothic, etc.
But we've been to
So-
so many friggin' churches and temples, and this was mediocre by that
It
term.
was
It was
still-
beautiful.
It was not mediocre.
By those terms, by like what we have seen.
I still recommend checking it out. I still think it's cool. Some of you may not be worthy to enter into the Silver Temple in Thailand. So,
I'm sure we will get a new standard of oh my god churches when we get up to Rome,
yes.
and when we get to the Vatican. But for me right now, one of my favorite churches we've been in was the church in Galway.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the church up in Galway, Ireland, was breathtaking.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of that one. Was that like St. Peter's or something?
I don't remember, but that I love that one. I thought that was amazing.
Yeah.
Church Christ in Dublin was amazing as well.
It was, yes.
And then, I mean, obviously, you've got the temples out in Thailand, which were...
Yes.
So
Some of your favorites.
we digress. So we visited that church, and then we were going to leave, and we noticed that there was a ticketing thing that just opened up. So we went over and I thought it was to get into the Duomo, the dome, because we saw that was closed, and it was closed and gated off. And we're like, well, bummer, we can't get in there.
Mm-hmm.
We saw it was open. We jumped on it. We bought tickets. We got the audio tour. We go in there, and everybody and their brother was going in. They opened it up to the public, like, right at that moment. So we're like, well, crap, what the hell did we just buy tickets for?
Yeah.
So we go in.
We were about to be unhappy. We're like, really?
Yeah, we just spent €24 on something. Like, what did we buy? we had no idea. And so we went in, and we're checking out the dome, and we're checking out all the artwork, and just gorgeous extension to the church.
Yeah.
But what we bought tickets for was the museum part of it, and that was
Yeah,
cool.
it was pretty cool. Yeah, you saw all these commissioned relics, art pieces, very ornate things that royalty over the years donated
Yeah.
to honor. I'm butchering the name, but it's like San Giovanni or something, some sort of saint.
Yeah, there's that red
The red coral.
coral.
display.
Yeah, I don't know, artwork, contemporary. They said it was contemporary art.
Yeah, it
That was beautiful.
Yeah, it was recently commissioned, I think.
Mhm.
And the story behind that was very interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. They also had a metal statue of Michael,
The
Archangel Michael slaying a demon, and
Yeah.
that was
cool.
really cool.
That was really cool to see.
That was probably like one of the key things. What's kind of caught me is we're down here and we're looking at pieces of art and jewelry and paintings that don't really seem to be guarded, not at the level they were in Thailand, and not at the level, like, security just seems so much lax than what I saw like up in Ireland and what I saw in Thailand. When we got to places that had gems and everything, they were in a case, but we're just in there with this gorgeous silver metal
Bejeweled. Literally bejeweled.
bejeweled friggin' artwork of Michael, and it's just me and her in the room. It's like nothing.
Yeah.
I'm sure they had cameras or something, but it just struck me. It seemed weird.
Yeah, there are definitely, well, they're just gonna stick the mafia on anybody who steals.
Yeah, seriously.
That's why they're not worried.
But it was cool. We spent about a half hour. We had the audio tour. The audio tour was kind of funny. They gave out old cell phones.
Weird.
Old cell phones, and they're like, you just press a button and it would tell you like corresponded to whatever you're standing in front of.
So it's like, okay, I'm just walking around talking on the phone.
Just holding the phone up the whole time we're in there.
Yep. So it's a decent time though.
Yeah, we wrapped up there, came back to the room again, took another little siesta. We tried to go to a Michelin restaurant tonight. Yeah, what are we thinking? We tried to go without reservations.
Well, it didn't say anything about needing them.
Yeah.
So we're just like, eh.
We almost
it's a Sunday
made
night. Who's busy on Sunday?
We almost made it in. We were that close. So we didn't get in there. We didn't get into their sister restaurant. So we went back to the place we ate at 2 days ago. And it was good.
Yeah, still enjoyable.
Still enjoyable.
Got dessert this time around. I think it was our first dessert.
Yeah, I think it was.
Gotten.
Oh, we tried limoncello today.
Oof. Tried a shot of it, and that stuff is strong.
Strong, like sugary.
Like flavor, just overall flavor-wise. I do think I felt a little bit buzzed when we got back to the room after that one.
You got buzzed off lemon drops. You're a lightweight.
I haven't had a whole lot of food prior to that. But,
The limoncello was okay. I've not my cup of tea. Nothing. Not worth the calories to me.
I don't. It's kind of like the baba earlier. It's like tried it, meh.
Yeah, maybe a limoncello mixed in a spritzer, which is basically just carbonated water. That might be better.
Yeah, have it be a little bit watered down because the shot we did was very condensed in flavor.
Yeah, very condensed.
Yeah.
What was that pastry we had today? We did have spritzers. We had spritzers in
a Toretto.
Toretto,
So,
which are like cookie donuts.
They're like they look like they're donut shaped, but they have the crunch of
Biscuit.
a biscuit.
Yeah.
A cracker.
Really good.
It was very flavorful.
Very
I
flavorful.
really enjoyed those.
We got the original. They're like, this is traditional. I'm like, I'll take that and give me a chocolate chip one.
Yeah.
Traditional was so much better.
Yeah, it had
so
almond
much.
and some sort of spices in
Yeah,
there.
stupid good.
Yeah, the Aperol spritzes we got. I don't think either of us cared for the
No.
Aperol flavor.
These, what was it called again?
Toretto.
Toretto. I see it's like a southern Italy
Delicacy.
Delicacy. I'm hoping we can get it up in Rome too, because we just discovered it today, and I liked it. I really want some more.
That would be really sad for us if we're like, this is a great snack, and then they're like, no more for you.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm definitely gonna try for one tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or for breakfast, I should say. So I think that wraps up our day, babe.
Yes, I would agree.
Most excellent.
It was good stuff.
Thank you for joining us today. Tomorrow we leave this
Napoli.
in Napoli and leave our hotel. The hotel has been interesting.
First night was an adventure, but I think it's been decent overall. Smooth, no problems. Receptionists / owners are really nice.
Yeah.
They have a very slow elevator.
The elevator is like
slow. It takes you like a good 3 minutes to get
Oh my
from
God.
floor 4 to the bottom one.
Yeah, the elevator's super slow, super small.
Yeah. They claim you can fit 5 people in there, but 3 is uncomfortable.
Yeah, three is awkward. If you're not with if you're a couple and the third person just like stands in the corner and stares at the wall.
Yeah. And no ventilation, so you better pray it doesn't stop.
Yeah.
But that aside, I've enjoyed our hotel here.
I'm hoping Rome's a little less chaotic.
We'll see. I've heard it's busy.
But
But hopefully a little bit more organized. A little bit more organized chaos would be great.
We have been mainly staying on the road that runs east. I think it's east-west. It's running east-west in front of our B&B, and just north of us, the road parallels it and runs up there. Those have been the 2 main areas we've stayed, kind of when we're just bouncing around. And wow, they are crowded. They are insane amount of people. Not to mention the occasional moped that just zooms down, like honking and weaving in and out of people. And
cars and vans that also do the same thing.
It can't really be more crowded or chaotic. I don't know. The only thing I can even remember that's come close to being this level of crazy on a regular basis, from what we could take, was like Chinatown in Thailand.
Was that one in Bangkok?
Yeah, in Bangkok. Yeah, Chinatown and Bangkok, some of the roads we went down were just...
That was nuts.
It was
Were you
nuts.
just like shuffling two people together?
Yeah, and then you get the occasional moped that comes down. It's like the people just kind of move around it like a little bubble as the moped goes.
It's so
I'm like,
crazy.
what the hell? Is this not killing somebody? But it's the same here. Only there, the moped seemed to be occasional, and it would go slow and just in a straight line. Here, the moped goes fast, and it's like, I can zoom in and out of people.
And they honk so much over here, whereas in Thailand, they're like, oh, no, you don't honk the horn.
No, never.
You don't honk the horn. That's rude.
And it seems like every car here is scraped up, has broken side view mirrors.
There was one car we saw where the side mirror had clearly been glued back on, but then was broken again, glued back on, and broken again.
That was...
Yeah, I'm like, oh my gosh. So, and I also wonder, like, how many pedestrian injuries or deaths happen out here, just given how crazy traffic is just in Naples alone.
One of the things we're kind of sad for so far, and I'm hoping this changes up in Rome and Florence as well, and it could just be where we've been and what we've lucked into, is we haven't really discovered much live music.
No, other than your wandering accordion.
Yeah. There's a dude we've seen every night. He walks around trying to like find couples to play his accordion for and get tips. He's kind of cool.
Yeah, so he and like his sidekick who plays the tambourine.
Yeah.
Is that what that's called?
And there's two older guys that set up like outside our hotel and play drums all night.
Yeah, they'll do drums and bass and play songs that way.
Thankfully, they're jamming out the drums and bass, 50 yards that way, but we can't hear them at all. Thank God.
Yep, we're good.
Our hotel it's got like a courtyard center, and we're in the back side of the building away from the hectic street. Mm-hmm. So, across the courtyard, the other side of our building, it's got to be loud in those rooms. And that's not part of this hotel, but whatever it is, it's got to be loud over there.
Yeah.
But because we have the buffer zone of the courtyard with a massive gate in between us, we don't hear anything.
Yeah, we're pretty solid.
Yep. All right. Peace out. We're out of here. We will come live and in color from Rome tomorrow.
How are you energetic? Yes. Save that energy for later.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci.
She'll get it.
No, I won't.
Bye.
Bye.